Before we get started, I've got to say, bruv, I think it's the best I've seen you look, you know.
Yeah?
Yeah. A couple of times we've spoken over the years and I thought, he needs a stylist. Like, he's not looking too great, but you're doing all right at the moment.
To be honest, normally when you see me, I'm normally rugged. I don't really care. I can't be bothered to go to the barbers, or I'm not even gonna get my hair done. But you find me at a week where I'm like, everything's quite fresh still.
Doing all right. Michail Antonio, you're looking good, bro. But how do you feel?
No, I'm feeling good, to be fair. Like, obviously, I'm walking normally now off the crutches. The legs got the strength, but it's not got much power. So right now I'm trying to build up the power, but I'm lucky to be alive at the end of the day. So I'm very positive when it comes to life. I've got a second chance at it. So I'm never going to let anything drag me down, or I'm never going to let anything be quite negative. So right now I'm happy, man.
It's been 3 months since that tragic day. When you look at where you were then versus where you are now, what's the overwhelming emotion?
To be honest, it's how far I've gone in such a quick time. Like, on the second day, they had physios in there trying to get me to lift my leg, and I couldn't even get my leg off the bed. Now I'm walking, trying to jog bits and stuff like that. So, like, within 3 months, it's been unbelievable. And the surgeon who did my operation was telling me that he doesn't want me to put my leg down for 3 months. So I've been on crutches for 3 months. And I'm 3 months now, and I'm jumping, and I'm trying to jog and stuff like that. So I'm not going to overdo it because I don't want to have any setbacks. But if I can push, I'm going to push.
You talk about the surgeon. You've got first responders, doctors, surgeons, hospital staff. What's your message to those that helped you out?
Like, end of the day, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be standing, I wouldn't be walking if it wasn't for these people. So, like, they've saved my life, and life is precious to me and my family. So, end of the day, all I can do is say thank you and just live a nice, peaceful life for me and for everybody else.
A couple of days after the accident, I think we played Wolves at the London Stadium. I don't know if it's true, but I heard you watched it from your hospital bed.
I'm not gonna lie, it's made me more like hungry at games. Like, when I watch it, I'm more passionate than I've ever been.
Really? No way.
So like, it's actually quite crazy. Like, when the game's going, like, you see me jump up and stuff like that. But before I was just quite like, okay, all right, it's okay. Like, but now I'm like quite passionate. I just want everything to go well.
I think that's the game where Mo scored, but it was disallowed. But he done the full celly, got the Antonio top out, the chair out. Before the game, all the players were wearing your shirt. Fans were singing your name throughout the whole 90 minutes. What was that like to watch?
No, it was unbelievable. Like, it was actually emotional. It made me emotional in bed, I'm not going to lie. And next thing I really enjoyed as well is over the next like 6 to 8 weeks, every single game that I watched or heard, the West Ham fans were just singing my name as well. So I love the support. I love the fact that they showed me so much love, and I really appreciated it. It helped me massively.
Understandably, we haven't really heard much about what you've been up to in the meantime, but is there any way you could give us an insight into what kind of recovery and rehab has looked like?
Yeah, definitely. 2 days after the surgery, got me to like lift my leg up out of the bed, but then in the evening they're like, you have to get up. They'll get me to lift my leg, and trying to get me to lift my leg for like a good 3 weeks, and then hold it, and then try other things just to build up the strength back into it. Within 3 weeks, I was walking.
It's quick. I feel it was quick, man.
Not with a crutch, but at 100%. And then by the 5th week, I was walking normally. Within 2 months, I was doing 90 kg on my leg. Now I'm at 130 kg on my leg and trying to jump. I can hop now. Whereas when I was hopping before, like 10 days ago, I was probably hopping this much off the ground. Now I've got to here within 10 days. So things are just moving smoothly. The muscles are getting back to where it's just obviously muscle memory. But obviously it's been a long period, like three months. So it's going to take a bit more time.
I know it's taken a lot of physical strength. It must take a lot of like mental strength as well. Do you think there was a breakthrough moment where you sat up and you thought, nah, like, I can beat this, I'm Michail Antonio?
I just knew that I could make it back from this. Like, as long as the surgeon says that I'll be able to walk and I'll be able to run and I'll be able to play, then as long as you say that to me, that means I know for a fact that's going to happen. It's just when and how long it's going to take. They told me 6 to 12 months, and I was like, all right, no problem. That's you've given me my time. You know, you're telling me I can do it, so it's going to be done. I don't remember anything from the crash, but my body does. So there's days where I get upset. There's days where I get emotional. It's difficult to understand because I don't remember anything. So my body's getting upset, getting emotional, and telling me that I'm upset, whereas there is no reason for me to feel it. I've had them days as well, so it's just how it is.
We've spoken about help from a medical perspective, but when you have those down days, what other people in your life have helped you get through?
Now, down days, I speak to my brother, I speak to my agent, speak to my missus. I also do therapy. I've been doing therapy for 2.5 years now, and I think it's just a pivotal thing for people to have. Now doing therapy myself, I feel it's something that everybody should do. Having a person who's a blank page is just listening there and getting you to in tune into yourself, getting you to understand what's actually going on in your life via you, not them giving their opinion. It's probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life.
That's incredible, man. And I know that's going to help a lot of people hearing that as well. What other tools and things have you done to help pass this time? I don't know if you're caught up on Netflix, whether you're doing fantasy football, whether you picked up a new hobby.
I'm late. I'm extremely late. I'm going to say it because before everyone else starts to throw it out, I watched Game of Thrones. Like, I started it like 8 years ago.
Every season?
Every season. I started it like 8 years ago and got up to like season 4, but I binned off Game of Thrones for Suits because...
Yeah, fair play.
Bro, Suits is better than Game of Thrones in my eyes. Yeah, in my eyes, in my opinion, yeah? No one hold no nothing, I don't hear nothing from nobody
The
else.
thing that's killing me, they're not even in like the same genre, bro.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, but Suits has got so many episodes, and so does Game of Thrones. I ain't got time to be doing that. So I watched Game of Thrones. To be fair, I've not really had no hobbies, but I've been having my family over to my house a lot.
Sick, yeah.
So the family's been coming over, and we've been playing like Ludi, dominoes and stuff. So it's kind of brought us a bit closer.
That's amazing, man. And a reminder that there's things that are bigger than football, and these scenarios help us remember that. But I know a lot of people are wondering where your mind's at and whether you want to get back to kicking ball again.
No, 100%. That's a fact. Like, at the end of the day, I didn't get into football because I was a football fan. I played football because it was a hobby that I loved. And that is still my dream. It's still something that I'm actually really enjoying. There was a time where it did become a hassle. There was a time that it became a job, but then I started to enjoy it again. And that wasn't because of football. It was because of everything that's going on outside of my life. So now I was back and I was enjoying it. I'm still enjoying it. So I'll definitely be back kicking the ball again.
Do you know, I knew you was going to say that because when I see Jazz get to 50 Premier League goals, I was like, he's catching up.
Listen, this rivalry is a bit mad still, and at the end of the day, I've given him an extra 7 months on myself. So, so I need to come back to that, to add a little distance in that. Or man needs to leave, yeah? Jazz, right now, I'm not going to be honest, you're too good for West Ham. I'm saying you got to go with it, yeah?
No, stay, Jazz, stay. We need you, bro. Speaking of Jazz and the West Ham family as a whole, how have they been in this time? Has anyone like surprised you? What's the relationship been with like the players, the fans, the board?
It's been unbelievable. I'm not going to lie, from day one, the Cub was the people who called all my family to tell them what was going on. Karen Brady came to the hospital to see me. The players came to the hospital to see me. The manager, Lopatelli, and the staff came to see me. I've had fans sending gift packages. Like, it's
my must have got lost in the post, bro. It's coming soon. It's coming soon.
I've had so many gift packages from like fans, from friends, from family. It's been overwhelming. It's really been an emotional time just by the love that I've been getting. It's been unbelievable.
One thing I always wonder is, this is like a bit of a cheeky question, but any players like surprise you? Like anyone like texting you before bed, just making sure you're all right, Mickey? Anyone bringing you grapes and that kind of stuff?
Like Nicholas Fulcock, I found out that on the day he found out he was in tears.
Fulcock?
Yeah,
Mad.
like in tears about it. Like quite a few boys are in tears, to be fair, but obviously Nicholas is new to the club. Like we've not had a massive relationship, as in when I say not massive relationship, like we've bonded at the training ground slightly. Like I had a crash in December, he came in September, so it's been 3 months. So the fact that I heard that he was crying, like, is actually crazy. And then all the boys turned up to the training, to the hospital. That was another great experience as well.
Special bond, man. Bro, it's good to see you back and smiling. What's kind of like your main ambition for the near future? You've talked about, you know, getting back to full strength and just focusing on that. You've got an ambition to play again one day. But yeah, what does the next, you know, few months look like for Michail Antonio?
For me is just recovery. Recovery, spend time with the family, just make sure everything's right. And you know what? Whatever happens, happens. And with the car crash, it kind of made me focus on more stuff outside of football, because I was quite laxy-daisy with that stuff. You know, I was like, oh, I'll do that another time, I'll do it another time. But end of the day, this car crash made me realise that there's not always another time. So I just have to do my stuff and do it now. Incredible,
man. I think just since everything's happened, one thing I'm reminded of is people use this term like the West Ham way quite a lot. And I don't know if like most people know what it actually means, but for me, you epitomise that. You know, come up through the leagues, worked hard, ended up at West Ham, started at right back, right mid, striker, became our all-time leading Premier League goal scorer. And now after this, you're determined again to beat the odds and get back to full fitness and play again one day and make your family proud. And I think you epitomise the West Ham way. So well done, man. And it's good to see you up and about. And yeah, man, let's see what the future holds.
Oh, thanks for having me, bro.
All good. Nice one, bro.